ready to go now. I have no clue if people are still watching me or not. According to this, we have 3 viewers. We have Digital the Quinley, Crazy Wee, and Voynich Tunes, who I saw on Horror Mom's stream. So, tonight, I have decided it's a great night for me to try my chance at a horror game. This will be the first time I've done this in a couple of years at this point. But the thing about this horror game is that there's a little bit of lead in to it. Because it's actually part of a series. A YouTube series. Anybody who's been to some of my... Any films coming? Not tonight, technically. We're gonna have some videos, because the, game I'm gonna play is... There's some lead-in. There's some videos I gotta show. And I should just start those and talk while those are going. Everything seems to be in order. Let me try this. What should I start with? I guess you should start at the beginning. People who have... I don't see any of my usual crowd here tonight, so... Here. Let me start this. And this should all be coming through just fine. So this is Gemini Home Entertainment. It's a horror anthology series on YouTube. It's what's known as an analog horror series, and it's basically... It's like old recordings, like VHS tapes, informational stuff, news reports. It's all fake, obviously, but it's telling a story. And you kind of piece the story together through the videos. This is the first video in a series known as Gemini Home Entertainment. Oh, whoa, that's loud. And it's just a little informational video about animals to be found in this area. And it's going to start out normal, and then it's going to get weird, which is the general approach to all of these analog horror series. Oh, and I should take that pre-show thing down, because we are actually on the main part of this. I feel like this is actually a necessary thing to begin with, because without it, there's context in the game I'm about to play that might be missing. So, this also gives a chance for other people to show up. As far as if I'm ever actually going to be doing some films, I have some things planned. I just did one on A Nightmare on Elm Street not too long ago, and I'm planning to go ahead with the rest of the series. And I'm also doing a, what is it? I'm doing, there's an Italian film I wanted to do called Contamination, which is a cash-in of Alien. Oh yeah, that chicken's actually, like, freaking adorable. At least I think so. And I recall this next animal also being cute. I think it was an owl. Am I correct? What was this? Yeah, it's an owl. This thing is adorable. Well, like I said, don't get used to it, because things will get creepy before too long. Kind of a little disappointed none of my usual people showed up tonight. But it is late. I hope I'm just entertaining for the people who do decide to stop in and watch. I actually remember reading about these owls in, it was a magazine I had as a kid. They're really cool. Because they don't live in trees, they live in little burrows in the ground. And yeah, I know my little TV filter is kind of cutting off the edges of stuff. But I'm going to think of that as an encouragement to actually go look up this series on YouTube if you want to get the full experience. Which I do recommend, because it's a great series, and I don't actually have all the videos here tonight. And now shit hits the fan. This next animal can be found everywhere. Remember, I said this is a horror series. So here we have animal number 3. Excuse me while I have some ice. Okay. wood crawlers. The crux of the entire Gemini Home Entertainment universe. Found all over North America, these animals are excellent hunters, being able to... Let me open up this. Being able to tread most terrain without making a sound. The preferred nesting locations are inside the homes of large families, where large swarms can attack easier. Shit, I live in a large family. Well, if I disappear, you all know what happened to me. You will hear screaming. Not in this video, though. They stole their voices. Oh. Burn the bodies, lest they stand up again. Nature's Mockery. This series doesn't have much in the way of jump scares. The few ones it has are very well done. But it doesn't rely on jump scares and whatnot. This is all atmosphere, all storytelling. Which is why I like it. I've shown some of these videos on here before during some of my, like, just... I sometimes have nights where I just run commercials and watch stuff with people. Those are always fun. The idea here... Oh, I got a follow on Twitter. That's awesome. I hope I'm entertaining, whenever that happens. Alright. Oh, and you retweeted me. That's awesome. Thank you. Hopefully we can get some people in here and they'll enjoy the, entertainment. And yes, like I said, we're playing a game tonight. There will be a game after I finish showing some of these videos. But I want to show at least a few so you get an idea of what we're getting into. So yeah, this is the first video in the series, and it kind of sets up a lot of what this series is about. Because you have these creatures known as wood crawlers, and from what we can understand here, they appear to be body snatchers of sorts. But that's about all we know at this point in this video. Fake people. There's actually been some new videos that came out just recently that have been really cool. Again, you should, if you're interested after tonight, you should totally go on YouTube and look up not Analog Horror, that's another one. Look up Gemini Home Entertainment. Because this stuff is really cool. Especially if you're into, like, old VHS-style stuff like I am. And if you like horror. Before I start the next one of these videos, I'm actually going to turn off the lights out here, because there are too many lights out here, and I need to be absorbed in the atmosphere. Alright. What do we got? So clearly our cameraman is somewhere he is not supposed to be. Uh-oh. See, it could have been easy to play a loud sound there and jump scare you, but they didn't. I respect that. And that's episode 1 of Gemini Home Entertainment. I forget what order these go in, but I don't think it really matters all that much. Because the story is non-sequential. It's a bunch of puzzle pieces, essentially. So I'll just let the playlist play whatever's next. Except for this. This is... You know what? I won't play this entire video, but I'm going to let this play long enough for me to get up and turn off the lights. And this will give you just a little hint of what we'll be playing. Because they did actually make a video about this game, and then they made the game to, like, support the series. It's really weird. But this will give you an idea of what we're getting into. So, let me just do that. I will be right back after I turn off the lights out here. Alright, I am back. And that is all I'm going to show of this. But we're going to get into that in a little bit. Not this one. Oh, here we go. This is one that's early enough in the series for this to work. And again, I will get into that game, and you guys are going to see me scream like a little girl. Well, probably not scream, but like... I've already established in the past, I don't do well with, like, horror video games. I made a couple videos of me playing SCP Containment Breach back when that was still a kind of a thing. And I did not do well with it. But we'll see about this. So yeah, as a test of this intelligence abilities, we gave it the task of creating an original, intelligible story in the format of a children's storybook. 3 iterations of this story will be shown, illustrating the creation process utilized by the artificial intelligence. And yes, while it doesn't seem like it in this video, later videos show that this still ties into the overarching theme of the wood crawlers. But there's more videos that you'll have to watch to get an idea. Jack leapt over the river. Mary to follow, together. Travel, follow the secret. Jack the river, it is dead. First iteration tests heed insufficient results, though patterns and story consistency are clearly visible, albeit unrefined. I'll comment where I can on like stuff, but there'll also be a lot of me just reading what it says. Jack leapt over the river. Mary followed close behind. They are searching for the secret place. I hear you. The intelligence builds upon previous iteration, utilizing complex wordage and proper grammar formatting. I didn't read that right at all. English is my first language. That doesn't mean I'm good at reading it. Shit, I dropped some. Jack leapt over the river. There goes Mary down the stream. The secret place will keep us safe. The river flows, but not with water. That's ominous. The intelligence seems to diverge from its original path and begins a more complex branch of sentences. Jack heard it again. There is a voice from space. Jack, do you see me? I have become something else. Listen to the silver box. The stars are moving now. Do you see the hungry eye? Here I am. But what does it mean? This video should have demonstrated you the capabilities of Regnad's computing artificial intelligence. We hope to have this technology available for commercial and personal use within the year. Oh boy. Regnad Computing, Gemini Home Entertainment. Okay, the deep blue. This is another good one. The production company. The Deep Blue, which is also the name of a fantastic song by The Midnight, which I made an AMV of that not too long ago. That was fun. Our ocean is full of mystery and wonder. Let's take a look at some of the secrets hidden beneath the surface. I can groove to this music. This is some good music. Here we see a school of fish swimming together as a group. These fish are often swallowed whole by mammoths like the blue whale. Despite its beauty, the ocean can be a very dangerous place. I mean, I've nearly drowned twice, so... yeah, I guess. The stingray may look innocent, but it carries deadly poison in its tail. However, rays are very general, and generally only sting when threatened. That is true. Although what they consider a threat can vary from what we humans consider a threat. The real danger of the ocean is not its wildlife, but the habitat itself. Ready for things to get real fucky? Once again, I must bring up this series' amazing propensity for sound design. This is the Marianas Trench, the deepest place on Earth. The Marianas Trench plus the Demi-Silla Tunnel. I believe the trench is a real place, by the way. If I remember anything. I'm not gonna bother reading that number. I suck at numbers. Unknown depth. As an aside, I actually do, like, whenever new episodes just come out, I actually, like, put them onto my CRT television in my room so I can watch them kind of like they are old VHS tapes. Just for funsies. I really do love this series. This is one of my favorite things. Ooh. Spooky. Nothing can live inside the Marianas Trench. Yeah, you keep telling us that. So what the fuck is that, then? Yeah, it's a pretty good, it's not my favorite episode of the show at all. there are definitely some much better ones in here. The Wilderness Survival Guide. Do I have any others in here worth playing? I'm trying to think about which ones I should play. Which ones would be most relevant to this? Okay, I know what we're going to do. We're going to watch 2 more videos. We're going to watch Camp Information video. And then we're going to watch Wilderness Survival Guide. And I think that'll give us a good jumping off point to go into this game. But again, I stress, if you enjoy this, you should go watch the actual series on YouTube. 100%. It's good shit. Since our founding, Moonlight Acres has been devoted to family and creating memories. Our campground is as pristine and as beautiful as ever, a relic from the past. As an aside, I actually do go camping sometimes, so this is kind of fun territory for me. Many of the original camp buildings remain untouched since the initial closure. Let's take a look at some of the activities our camp has to offer. Here we go, the activities. Yeah, no, I live out in, like, the Midwestern United States, so a lot of the scenery here is very familiar to me. Just make sure you don't get lost while hiking. Archery has been a tradition throughout our camp's lifetime, with the targets getting more extravagant every year. Oh, that's not ominous at all. Our canoe trips are always a blast. If they're anything like what I saw in The Burning yesterday, I don't fucking want them. And let's not forget about our famous Lights in the Sky event. Those are moving. Accommodations. No need to pitch a tent. Moonlight Acres has tons of places to lay your head. Sleep in luxury at one of our family cabins, completely burrow-free. For the kids, we have separate boys and girls cabins, each with fun activities all year round. Feeling rustic? Stay at one of the camp's original cabins, which are frequently cleaned and always cozy. Each and every cabin at Moonlight Acres is beautifully decorated. With the most up-to-date safety technology, you can rest assured knowing your security is in our hands. Do not answer the knocking at the door. I love how that's just clearly a still image, by the way. Are we gonna watch Captain Kirk and buddies tell stories around the fire, sing Row, Row Your Boat? Oh no, we're gonna discuss the mythos. Ooh. We getting into some mythology here. I'm all for that. What are we gonna get? An important part of Moonlight Acres' legacy is its mythos. Tall tales have been told from person to person throughout the camp's lifetime. In 1935, rumors of strange, well-dressed men visiting the camp began to make the rounds. Oh boy, the men in black are here. It is said that the men would ask to enter the camp's administrator's cabin every night for years. One night, a deal was made with the strange men, and they left the camp, never to be seen again. Another popular myth arose in the 30s when campgoers began to have sightings of skinwalkers, which I believe that's a Native American thing, actually. That's a myth. I think other cultures have it as well, but I know it best from that particular example. Pretty sure they didn't fucking look like this, though. Or whatever. Is that a leg? I don't remember. There's that knocking again. You don't answer the knocking at the door. Vessels. Men's Club Supervisor. Answered door. Adam Levitch. Barry Johnson, Assistant Activity Supervisor, answered door. Truman Michaels, Head of Camp Satisfaction, answered door. Women's Club Supervisor, Assistant Camp Director, Family's Head, asked to enter. Well, shit. You answered the door, you dumb shit. Camp information video. Created by Remy Abode. Yeah, by the way, the guy who made these, fucking awesome work. I love this stuff a lot. Hey, Larkbark, holy shit, you're here. Okay, we have one more video to do before we get into these games. As much as I would love to show you all Deep Root, Disease, and Sleep Image Visualizer. Wilderness Survival Guide. This is probably the longest of the videos at 7 minutes. And then we're going to get it into the game. So for those of you who just got in here, this is the last video we're watching before I actually start playing an actual game that ties into everything we're watching here. And again, if you want more of this, go on YouTube, look up Gemini Home Entertainment, and watch their shit. Because it's all just as rad as this. Whether you're camping, hiking, or hunting, it's important to stay safe when going into the wilderness. This cassette will teach you many survival tips that might just save your life. Oh my gosh, I could actually buy these when I was younger. Essentials, be prepared. There is basic knowledge that every wildlife explorer should know, including what equipment to keep on hand. Basic equipment. Water flask, non-perishable foods, first aid kit, mattress, compass, knife, store this item in the backpack. Basic shit. Basic shit you know if you've ever gone camping in your life. Be aware, thorns, ditches, and rivers could lead to serious injury if not accounted for. Had to put some sheets on your bed? That's fair. Sometimes, real life shit comes first. Camping or hiking in private properties or hunting grounds could lead to serious fines or worse. You could be fucking shot by old Farmer Brown because you're on his property. Always make sure you have proper permits before going into an off-limits area. Wildlife. Bears, cougars, moose. You should avoid these. Absolutely. If you come face to face with any of these animals, stay calm, do not run. I don't know if this is legit advice, to be honest. Slowly back away, keeping your eyes on the animal. If the animal displays aggression, raise your voice and speak sternly. Keep backing away until you are out of view of the animal. I mean, that sounds sensible, but I don't know if it's real. Once out of eyesight, report the incident to local... What the fuck? That bear's turned into a fucking anteater. Things to avoid. Plant life. Poison ivy causes rashes, itching, swelling, blisters. That stuff fucking hurts. Water hemlock causes trembling, convulsions, respiratory failure, and death. Good things to avoid. Nature's mockery causes hallucinations, sudden muscular paralysis, body disfigurement, flesh decay. If you make physical contact with any of these plants, seek medical assistance. Always keep a first aid kit on hand. Cougar. Things to avoid. Sounds. Coyote house. I've heard these, like legit in real life. Just some coyotes up in Michigan. I've heard them. Cougar screams. Anyway, never heard these, actually. And then finally this, something you never want to hear in the woods. Auditory hallucination. If you hear any of these sounds, leave the area immediately. Do not move towards the sound. If you hear them, they have already heard you. And now things go off the fucking rails. Building a campfire. What you will need: large stones, dry grass, leaves, dry twigs, branches, matches, and dry logs. I mean, if you have matches, starting the fire is fucking easy. Create ring of stones in desired location. I've never actually started a fire like this. Place tinder inside of the stone ring. Place kindling in a TP formation. Set fire to tinder using matches. What to do if your fire fails to start? 1. Follow the lights. And apparently that's it. Oh, now there's just a lot more wood there. And there's those auditory hallucinations again. Now just repeat yourself, there are no voices. Come on, man. Oh, come on. Jack. Come on, you're the one making this shit. You can't follow your own advice? I got nothing else to say here. This is just bizarre. Dangers of infection. If you believe you have been infected through a wound, do the following. Wash wound with water and soap. Use antibiotic ointment on injury. Forcefully rip foreign object from body. Do not do that. Like, I can genuinely tell you that if you have something stuck in you, unless it is, like, poisoned, ripping that shit out may be the worst thing you can do. But, I mean, that's just my opinion. In the world of this story, it makes a lot more sense. That was Jack Wilder's Wilderness Survival's Guide, created by Remy Abode. So, I said we'd start a game after this, but I figure I will ask the chat. Because it seems like Voynich Tunes and Larkbark are here. I saw I Am Knight Rider in the chat, well, not in the chat, but like in the viewer list earlier. I don't know if he's still here. I'll ask you guys, do you want me to continue with these videos, or should we get to the game? Because there's plenty more of this to go around. But at the same time, I would probably have to set up that game. Because that's what we came here for, after all, was me scaring the shit out of myself. But I also really, really like these videos. And I have a few more on my computer. There's more on the channel that these are from. And it's a ton of fun is what it is. Like, I love stuff. I'd love to be able to make stuff like this. Like, no joke. I don't have a good idea for a analog horror series, but if I could, I would totally make one. I'm also going to go ahead and post the channel this stuff is from in there. We don't seem to be getting a response from anybody. People seem to be staying silent. So, I guess if I don't do this now, I'm not going to do it. So, I should very much just get started on that game. So, let me start getting that set up. It'll be in the background here. Oh, keep going? You want me to keep going with the videos? Because I can keep going with the videos. But we are building up to me playing a game at the end of this. If we want to keep going with the videos, though, I will keep going. What's the next one I should play? We already watched that. Okay, more videos. More videos. Okay. Let me play a few more videos of this. I just gotta find one that we haven't played yet. Sleep Image Visualizer, Camp Information, Lethal Omen, Wilderness Survival Guide. Okay, Deep Root Disease. This is a good one. And again, there's more of these on YouTube if you go and watch them. Heck, if people want, I can go onto YouTube and start like watching some of these, maybe. People are okay with that. Anyway, Deep Root Disease, an educational film. So this ties in greatly with actually that last section from the other one. Roots, contractions, bulbs, diagnosis, and sprouts. Like that thing about foreign objects, this ties right into that perfectly. This is a newer video, by the way. Roots. So we might call it roots. I say roots. Fuck off. Roots begin to form from the underside of bulbs once rooting stage begins. Roots, and then I say rooting, it doesn't matter. The speed of the growth increases as rooting stage progresses. The base of the root swells as growth continues, and the surrounding area becomes discolored. The roots will continue forming until coming into contact with a bone. Once contact is made, the roots are able to spread freely. Contraction. The following demonstration will explain how an individual may contract deep root disease. Bulbs. Typically appearing on any normally exposed part of the body, arms, legs, neck, etc., bulbs are the first visible sign of deep root disease. Bulbs can range from 2 centimeters to 10 centimeters across, meaning the growth may remain unnoticed for any amount of time. For the first few hours of appearance, bulbs feel hollow and may be pressed down with ease. Once rooting stage begins, the bulb will become solid, and those afflicted may experience pain when pressure is applied to the area. The area will become inflamed as rooting stage progresses, and small sores may appear around the infected area. As rooting stage reaches its climax, these lumps will begin to form more rapidly. Inflammation then abruptly halts as sprouting begins. Diagnosis. Cancer. Sorry. If you believe somebody you know has contracted deep root disease, proceed with this very simple diagnosis test. Check. For bulb on exposed skin. For erratic muscle spasms. Their home for unrecognizable smells. Ask if they can recall their mother's name. If they have stopped dreaming. If they have felt new bones. The fuck you say? If 4 or more of these tests describe an individual you know, they may have become something else. Proceed with protective safety measures. Sprouts. Are we coming back to this? Oh. Look at that. Oh. That's a hand. That's a fucking hand. And now it's a tree branch. Bone tree? And we're back to this. How does one contract? Deep root disease, you get abducted. You get fucking abducted, apparently. In case you guys can't tell, I have watched these before quite a few times, because I do very much like this series. And that was the video about deep root disease. Created by Remy Abode, of course. And from Gemini Home Entertainment. This is great, great shit all around. What's next? We've watched this. Watched that. Games for kids. I think there's one other I'd like to watch before that. Solar System. Okay, let me check the playlist real quick. I'll go with the Sleep Image Visualizer, and then we'll cap off with those last two. And that'll be all the videos I have saved to my computer, but there's more on that channel. If you guys want me to go onto YouTube and actually watch more of these on there instead of starting the game, you all should let me know before we reach the end of these, and I will go ahead and do that for a little bit. But I would absolutely like to get to the game eventually. The Sleep Image Visualizer. Setup and information. Introduction to the Sleep Image Visualizer. Sleep Image Visualizer, SIV, main module. Computer connection port. Module power port. Headset connection port. Configuration panel. You guys can't see me right now, but I'm vibing to the music. The SIV headset. Module connection cord. Absorption pads. Aluminum dome. Adjustable clamp. Or I guess if you're from other countries, it could be aluminium. Setting up the Sleep Image Visualizer. Connect the Sleep Image Visualizer, SIV, to your computer using the cord provided. We're talking like an 80s, 90s beast of a computer. Connect the SIV headset to the SIV main module using the cord provided. Insert the SIV home use disk into your personal computer and follow installation instructions. Using the Sleep Image Visualizer. Boot up your personal computer and run the SIV home use software. Sleep Image Visualization. Levi Jacobs. Began at 5:24 a.m. December 12th, ended 8. That's a short sleep. And I can see why. I definitely want to wake up after seeing that shit. Seeing shit like out of the corner. Oh, please place the SIV headset on your head, ensuring all clamps are secure. You know, seeing shit out of like the corner of your eye is the worst. Turn the SIV main module on and lie in bed. Your SIV will begin recording automatically. Good night. I could fall asleep to that music, not gonna lie. Oh, what's going on next? It's funny, as creepy as Adrian Gordon. Began at 4:06 a.m., ended at 4:10 a.m. So again, another short sleep. It's like a planetarium, I think. I've never been in a planetarium, so I'm guessing that's what this is. And bear in mind, this is just kind of... Upon waking up, check your computer for your fully rendered sleep image visualization. This is like an interpretation of what your dream was like. It's not the full dream. That's the thing to keep in mind about this. Thank you for taking part in the Sleep Image Visualization program. Please note that all sleep image visualizations are automatically sent to and are legal properties of Harbinge Technology. Oh. Jack Dean, beginning at 8, and... Ooh, that was a long sleep. Ooh. But yeah, like, oh, some sort of weirdo without a face. That's a sleep paralysis demon. Ah, knocking. Don't answer the knocking. Reminder. The sleep image visualizer takes images from your unconscious mind and visualizes them. These images do not represent reality. Dreams cannot tell the future. Or, as Local 58 likes to say, precognition is a lie. Sleep image visualization. Joseph Allen began at 4:06, ended. It just ended. Hello, sunset. Uh-oh. Okay. So there we go. The Sleep Image Visualizer, created by Remy Abode. From Gemini Home Entertainment. Just a good video in general. We've already seen this. Okay, I'll play this one. This is our solar system. And after that, I believe we have one last video that I have saved to my computer. And then we have to decide if we're going on YouTube or if we're going to do the game next. I'm going to pose that question to the chat and y'all can decide. So, YouTube or game? Alright, we begin with the sun. Situated 149 million miles away, the sun provides light for our entire solar system. I love that font. Without it, Earth would be a barren, frozen rock. Mercury. As one of the smallest planets in our solar system, it is also the hottest. It sits perilously close to the sun and only takes 87 days to orbit around it. Venus. As the second brightest object in the night sky, Venus can sometimes be seen on planet Earth. That is true, I have seen it. The average surface temperature of the planet is 462 degrees Celsius. Earth. Earth is one of the only planets in our solar system capable of supporting life. With 71% of the planet covered with water, it's a miracle we all can fit. Or we can all fit, I guess is how it's supposed to work. I don't give a fuck. Mars. Often called the Red Planet, Mars is a mostly barren desert world. Pieces of Mars have fallen to Earth in the form of meteorites. Jupiter. As a gas giant, Jupiter has no solid surface, which makes it impossible to stand on. The large spot on the planet is known as the Giant Red Eye, or Great Red Spot, but it is not an eye. It's not an eye. I got that fucking wrong. It's the Great Red Spot. It's not an eye. Saturn. Although mostly a gas giant, there may be a large solid core deep inside the planet. The planet's prominent rings are quite a sight to behold. They are the gateway. Okay, the fuck does that mean? Uranus! This planet is classified as ice giant, and is the coldest planet in our solar system. Unlike most planets, Uranus rotates on its side. And I can't say Uranus without cracking up. Neptune. A large storm rages in the planet called the Great Dark Spot. It is the lens. Neptune has been mutated. Well, shit. And the planet is turning. That's not a planet I've seen. The Iris. I've definitely never seen this planet. It is with us now. Laughing at us. Oh, who does it think it is? Hey, oh, hi, buddy. I wasn't laughing at you at all. I think you were laughing at me. Oh, that's ominous. Pluto. Ah, good old Pluto. As the smallest planet in our solar system, Pluto is only numbers away in radius. No, Pluto is only numbers in radius, but although it hangs at the edge of our solar system, this planet isn't going anywhere. Some assholes from the future have something to say about that. Fuckers. Pluto's a planet. Fuck science. Our solar system, created by Remy Abode. Alright. I think we should start that game.